Good morning. So, how committed are you to introspection and growth? How much would a self-discovery that leads to a major breakthrough in your ability to bust through your unconscious obstacles and finally realize your greater potential mean to you? If significant, then I ask you to play along with me here this morning and not just listen passively. Of course, you can do what you want. You're a grown-ass adult, but if you really want to benefit, then take the medicine as it's prescribed. Your life, your choice. I'm just trying to help. You choose to do you or not do with it as you choose. Okay, here goes, if you're ready. In 2001, Warren Buffett gave a talk at the University of Georgia. He asked the students there the most Warren Buffett question ever, which is the question we're going to contemplate here this morning as well. The question is this: if you could invest in a friend and get 10% of their income and a 10% improvement from every other area of their life for life, who would you pick? I'm going to ask you to pause this video to write their name down. Now, before I do, the caveat is it's purely from merit. Buffett said it can't be because someone will inherit a large sum from their parents or because they have incredible genetics or something like that. It has to be based on the actions they take. It has to be based on their behavior. Got it? Okay. Pause this and write down their name. Okay, let's continue. Then Buffett asked this question: why would you invest in that person? What character traits do they have? Now, pause this video. Write down the attributes of the person you wrote down. What character traits do they have? Write those down now. Okay, now, that list of character traits that you wrote down, those are the ones you need to adopt and work on. That should be a big epiphany for you. Then Buffett said, if you could short a friend's earnings, meaning you anticipate their stock or future is not going to go well, who would you pick and why? Write down their name and describe the attributes that you think will contribute to their falling stock and future. Pause this video and write down their name and contributing attributes. Okay then, now you have a list of character traits that you need to avoid in yourself and in anyone that you surround yourself with, as friends, peers, colleagues, teammates, or vendors. Here's why this works so well. Humans are terrible at self-awareness. We are generally great, though, at spotting things in other people. As an example, if your friend is in the wrong relationship, you can realize it in 10 minutes, what may take them 10 years. Daniel Kahneman summarized in his book on cognitive biases with the following: it is easier to recognize other people's mistakes than your own. Now, of course, I did this experiment myself, and here's the epiphany that I discovered. The person that I picked to bet on was actually not the person I expect will earn the most amount of money out of everyone that I know. Certainly the guy I picked will do very, very well, but financially maybe not as well as others that I know. I picked him because of the totality of his attributes. Attributes so remarkable, it is what makes him so respected, so revered, so loved, and thus so impactful, and consequently so successful. Certainly financially, but also as a member of society, a very bright light in our human species. It gave me clarity on a few attributes that I probably need to pay more attention to, and I would not have arrived at those few attributes if not for the lens through this experiment. I also identified, when thinking about the attributes of the person's stock that I'd short, an attribute I have seen of late in one of my acquaintances. I knew I felt something was off about them, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. With this attribute now identified through the lens of someone I know will be a falling stock, now I am clear about shutting the door on this person from my life. Even if you didn't play along and stop the video as we progressed, I still encourage you to journey through this thought experiment. Even if you think you know the answers to the test, still do the work to get to the answers. It is a process of identification, processing it mentally, and writing it down where epiphanies strike you. So, take out your Darren Daily Journal and write: whose future stock value would you bet on and why? Describe their contributing attributes and future value. And whose future stock value would you short and why? Describe their contributing attributes to that future shortfall. And if you are brave enough, write down a few attributes of the person you'd bet on and a few attributes of the person you'd short in the comments below.